Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Naomi Cave and welcome to Know Her, a small space on the internet where we get to explore and understand how our bodies work. As you know, I've been on contraception for nearly a decade and I'm finally deciding to come off my hormonal contraception, but I still want to ensure that I have no unplanned pregnancies. So in this video, I'm going to share my research on all the different types of non-hormonal contraceptions and just let you know about them. Okay, let's start off with the first thing, barrier methods. And no, I'm not just talking about condoms, there's also diaphragms and cervical caps. But let's speak about condoms, the one that most people know. They're readily available, they're quite cheap, and you can get them free from the sexual health clinic. And they protect you both against STIs and pregnancy. Hurrah! The Faculty of Sexual and Reproductive Health created a table which highlights the percentage of people who have unintended pregnancies with different types of contraception. Now, if we look at the condoms, for example, if you use it perfectly, there is a 2% chance that you have an unintended pregnancy within the first year of using it. On the other hand, if you use it typically how most people use it, and I don't really know how they figured that out, but you have an 18% chance of having an unintended pregnancy, which is, use it properly. Barrier methods say what they do. They create a barrier between the sperm and the egg so that they don't meet and create a baby. Yay. Other types of barrier methods are cervical caps and diaphragms. So these are usually dome-shaped cups and you insert it into the vagina with spermicide as well. You need to have it properly fitted to make sure it fits you. And after sex, you need to keep the diaphragm in for at least 6 hours. Now, when looking at unintended pregnancies, if you use the diaphragm with perfect use, then you have a 6% chance of having an unintended pregnancy within a year and a 12% chance if you just use it with typical use. Another non-hormonal contraception, and one I've actually used, is the Copper IUD, standing for an intrauterine device. The Copper IUD is a small T-shaped rod made of copper. It is inserted through your vagina, through your cervix, and sits in your womb. It basically creates an inflammatory environment and acts like a spermicide so that you don't have babies. Pros of the copper coil is that you can insert it and leave it for 10 years. Everybody is different, but for me, it just did not gel well with me. It increased the length of my periods and also made my periods a lot heavier and even gave me anemia. So I won't be touching that again, ever. For the copper coil, if you use it with perfect use, then the unintended pregnancy is 0.6%. But if you use it with typical use, it's 0.8%. What is typical use and non-typical use in this scenario? They inserted it in. I would love to know because it's outrageous a bit, to be honest. But anyway, so the next thing we're going to talk about is fertility awareness-based methods, and this is probably something I'm going to go on next. It involves tracking your menstrual cycle, tracking your temperature, really understanding your body and understanding the discharge, and trying to figure out at what days you are most likely to get pregnant, because really there's only like 5 days in your menstrual cycle that you can have a baby. So I really like this because it allows you to deepen your understanding and your awareness of your body and kind of just really get to know it. And I'm at the stage now where I'm like, okay, if I did get pregnant, would it be the end of the world? No, but it would be good to see how my body just lives without external hormones. Okay, so the cons of fertility-based awareness is that prepare that you might get pregnant. It takes a lot of time and commitment in order to ensure that you follow it accurately. If we look at the Natural Cycles site, so on the Natural Cycles app, it claims that with typical use, you can have a 93% success rate, which is a 7% chance of an unintended pregnancy. But with perfect use, it goes up to 98%. Now, if you look at the Faculty of Sexual Health and Reproductive Health Care, they're not necessarily talking about natural cycles, which obviously does give you things like a thermometer and a ring to help you aid and understand your body. But it does say that fertility awareness-based methods with typical use, on average, 24% of people will fall pregnant within a year. And if you use it perfectly, then it's 0.4 to 5%. So this is not one for the weak-hearted or those who are trying not to have a baby. I mean, the only other method that will give you a higher rate than 24% with typical use is no method. Now, there is a couple more methods. The others are sterilization, so you can get your tubes tied, or a vasectomy. Don't know about those things. Not really something I am covering at the moment, but if someone's interested to know more, I can do some research and let you know. The last method, which I don't even think is a method, is the withdrawal method or pulling out. I mean, there's things like pre-cum. You have to have a lot of self-control. I just really highly don't recommend the pull-out method. So if you're looking for an alternative to your hormone contraceptives, then I hope this video helped you out. Until next time, have a wonderful day.